I have a special guest over, a friend of mine. Say hello.
Hello.
Yes, and we're today both Tottenham fans, and we're both super excited for the Premier League to return. Our first match, yay! Our first match is against Manchester United, who are in 5th, and we currently are in 8th. This could be a massive match if we do want to end up in Europa League football, or soccer.
Probably the Champions League. Manchester City's ban.
Yeah, potentially even that. So, let's just get into this pretty quickly. So, basically, who do you think our goalkeeper should be?
Lloris, easily.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Lloris hasn't been great this season, but his experience, especially starting with a fresh start after his injury, I think he would be great.
Yeah. Who do you think should be on our defense? Or let's start with right back.
Yeah, so right back, I think Aurier is good for this job, especially because we all know Bergwijn can track back if he needs to. But yeah, Serge Aurier, because he will charge forward and he can win the ball back higher, especially when he's playing someone. He's playing some really good players like Martial, Rashford, James. I think someone with the pace of Aurier has to be able to catch up with them.
Okay.
Yeah, who do
For
you think?
center backs, I think we could both agree Alderweireld and Sanchez are the best.
Yes. I think both haven't had the greatest season, but I mean, occasionally Sanchez has stepped up, and Alderweireld is just pure class. We saw that last year.
Tanganga could probably beat Sanchez, but he's injured right now, so.
Yeah, Tanganga has a back injury, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. And then who should our left back be?
Vertonghen.
Yeah, Vertonghen is pretty good at left back. He can play at left back. Yeah, and even though he's aging pretty quickly, he can still do the job until Tanganga's fit again. Okay, now let's move on to the center of midfield. We plan to play a 4-4-2 in this match. We think, especially because Manchester United will probably approach in a similar direction. We will see a lot of head-to-head battles that we could potentially win. Who do you think our two center midfielders should be?
I think it's Lo Celso and Ndombele.
Okay.
Those are easily the two best for Tottenham.
Okay, I agree on one part of that. I think Giovanni Lo Celso definitely should be playing. He's been great this season. He's probably been Tottenham's best player. But I kind of disagree with Ndombele. He hasn't had the most consistent of seasons. He doesn't track back enough, especially with the teams he's coming up against, and especially someone like Dyer, maybe, or Harry Winks or Dyer. Especially even more Dyer, because we're going to need a little more help in the defense than offense, and Lo Celso is a more creative attacking player. We would need someone to, go against that sort of thing. And while Ndombele is good at defending, he isn't great at tracking back, and that is a skill I do think Eric Dyer has.
I do agree with you that Eric Dyer is very good at going back, but Ndombele is also good at goal scoring. And he scored 2 goals this season so far, and that's really good for a person who plays in the midfield. I think that's a bit more important than Dyer's skills.
Well, yeah, I do agree, especially, I understand where you're coming from, and I think it does make a lot of sense if we do play Ndombele, because Ndombele is really good. If we see how he's played, when in his first game, he was so good, and he's really great, especially after breaks, and maybe I guess maybe over time, maybe Dyer might take over, but I understand where you're coming from, and I do think Ndombele should probably start.
Okay, yeah, I think that's true.
Okay.
So, on for right back, I think we can both agree Steven Bergwijn. He's a phenomenal player. He scored that goal against Manchester City, and that was probably one of our best games we played. And I think we can also both agree on the left wing, Son.
Yeah.
He's an amazing player.
Yeah.
He got slightly injured, which is something that I think that could concern us, but hopefully he'll be fine.
Yeah, Son and Bergwijn especially have been so good. We haven't struggled, but Son has been one of our best players. Him and Lo Celso have been so good this season. Son, is very good in an attacking sense. His finish is phenomenal. His pace is even better.
He's great at dribbling.
Yes.
Yeah, and he can make good about situations that aren't
The
ideal.
strikers, Lucas. We think that we have lacked a lot of goals sometimes this season because of lots of injuries. But hopefully now with the break, people have had time to recover, and we can have better strikers and better goals. Who do you think we should start?
I think easily Lucas Moura and Harry Kane. I think there's absolutely no question about that. Lucas Moura is a phenomenal player. I mean, for every Spurs fan, the Ajax hat trick was a great moment.
Yes.
And then even like his goal against Wolves. And Harry Kane's also very good. I think he's not as fast as a player like Lucas Moura or Son, but I think he's still a great goal scorer overall.
Yeah, I agree with everything he said. Moura can provide pace alongside and Harry Kane can provide the finishing.
And Harry Kane's also phenomenal at penalties, which is always a nice thing to have.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen him miss one.
Yeah, and he's just great at passing. Harry Kane is good at linking up play between the midfield, the wingers, and then the strikers, and both are phenomenal finishers. So, I think we are done with the starting 11. So now we have the substitutes bench. Backup. Let's start off with our backup goalkeeper.
Gazaniga.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
He was really good against Liverpool, and he knows exactly how to play, and he's experienced.
Yep.
So.
Our backup fullback, I think, should be Ryan Sessegnon. He can play fullback.
I don't think there's any issues with that.
As far as wingers go, I think we should have a lot of backup wingers to provide width in a format. I think we should have Lamela on the bench.
Yes, that's true.
Yep, and then for midfielders, and then striker-wise, our backup striker should be Jose Mourinho's least favorite player, the man himself, Troy Parrott. And then as backup midfielders, I think Eric Dyer, Musa Sissoko, and Jedson Fernandez should play. We were hesitant to play Musa Sissoko instead of Tanguy Ndombele because Sissoko has not played in a very long time, and I do think it's important for him to regain a little bit more match fitness and stuff like that before we start playing him. And I think we should give Ndombele a little more of a chance, but I think definitely Sissoko should come on in the second half. Provide some extra energy, extra burst. Yeah, I think that wraps up the team. Let's see what Jose Mourinho does. Can he produce a masterclass against Manchester United, or will it be another disappointing result for Spurs? Well, we'll find out on Friday at 2:15.
Bye.
Bye. Wait, before you leave, do you have any scoreline predictions?
2-1 Spurs, but I am a Spurs fan, so it's probably biased.
Yeah, I do agree. I think Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of goals and a lot of bad defending, personally. I think it might be 3-2. But it's 3-2 Spurs.
The last time we played Manchester United, it was 2-1, Man U won. But that was also when Mourinho was just getting started and before he signed players like Bergwijn and Genson Fernandez. And he knows the squad a little bit better now. So I think we can pull off a win here. And it'll be great for us in the Champions League and the Europa League race.
Yeah. I think this is the perfect time to give Tottenham fans and just Tottenham a boost of morale. And we can win and we can hopefully overtake someone, because if we're looking at the Premier League table, it's actually quite close.
Arsenal's also playing Manchester City, so I think we can predict a loss for Arsenal there.
Exactly. And then we can actually go up. If we do win, we will go up all the way to 6th. It will be a big hurdle for Manchester United, because then we will be only 1 point behind them. And, we could potentially surpass Wolves, who's playing West Ham, and Sheffield United, who's playing Aston Villa. So, just depending, it could be a good match, a lot's on the line. Let's go watch it. Let's go have some fun at 2:15. Goodbye.